That's exactly right. You know, the young men have really been practicing for a year already, and you know, today is really the first day into a new chapter at Limestone, where truly varsity football is taking place, and you know, the young men have worked extremely hard, and you know, we're really eager to see what they have done as far as not only what they've done in the weight room, but also skill work, you know, off the field. And we're really excited. They came back in great shape, had strength and conditioning. Eric Schwager did an unbelievable job with really organizing a summer manual that I think you'll be able to see just by the looks of guys that really worked to perfection for us.
What does this mean to you now that you guys, the first game is finally in sight, and this has got to be pretty special for everybody out here. I mean, you guys have been putting this together for a long time.
Yes, you know, just overall, I mean, so many people had to put it all together when you're talking about, you know, from Dr. Griffin to Coach Serino to Coach Bloomer, who's our right-hand man. He's the guy who I go to all the time with what we need. He's been here, he understands everything, and really to get there and know that in a couple weeks we're going to be playing somebody else and hitting somebody else is really something that our guys are looking forward to. And we talk about going 1-0 all the time, and today's our first step at doing that potentially going 1-0 today, so that hopefully on Saturdays we have an opportunity to do that.
What are you hearing from the guys who have been here for a year? I mean, the excitement level amongst the players has to be really building.
It sure is. It sure is. You know, the guys worked so hard last year, you know, not only during the season, then in the off season, then in the summertime, and I mean, you know, really today couldn't get here soon enough. And you know, we've hired a bunch more coaches, and really just what administration has allowed us to do, I think, will show up on the Saturdays in the fall to hopefully be a positive advantage for us.
Do you expect to see a different level maybe of focus? I know they're focused every time they come out here, but they're not really focused toward a goal that's real close by. Do you anticipate maybe this camp being different than?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know, the one biggest thing is, you know, a year of maturity. You know, you always hear coaches talk about, boy, I got a lot of juniors, have a lot of seniors. But, you know, our young men had to grow up quickly, and, you know, the level of maturity that they have already showed is really to the level in which we're asking them to reach a certain standard and where our standards are, and you know, we just think that, you know, we're going to have a really exciting year and hopefully make the people of Cherokee County extremely proud that Limestone has a football program.
What blueprint have you followed in this? And this is kind of uncharted water, but I mean, there are schools that have done this.
Right.
Recently. I mean, have you followed a plan of anyone else's, or?
Well, a little bit. You know, we talked. You know, guys on staff have been at multiple places, and you know, we went up to, you know, UNCC a couple of times. I've talked to multiple people who have started programs in the past, and have a lot of friends that have been on staffs. And then we really want to set our own blueprint with how we did things, or a little bit unique in the fall, and then also in the spring, and now this fall camp. You know, we're going to have to look at, you know, there'll be over, you know, 120 players here, and we want to get a quick look at them and really see who's ready to get the job done, you know, come September.
What's the goal for this team? I mean, obviously the goal is to win games. Is there a bigger goal beyond that? Because a lot of times with startups, it's hard to win games.
Sure. You know, we had an opportunity when we first got here to really look at it and say, who do we want to schedule? You know, do we want to schedule below, above, or what? And, you know, as a staff, we decided, you know, we want to play the best teams that we can, and it's an extremely challenging schedule. And you know, and I'll always go back to this. Our goal is to go 1-0 every day. So then when Saturdays roll around, we could go 1-0. But really, at the end of the week, come Monday, you're back to 0-0 again. And our goal is going to be to go 1-0 as many weeks in a row as we can. And really, if you look at the process of winning, you know, and that's what it's about. A lot of people look at the end and talk about, you know, want to win a national championship. Naturally, that is one of the goals, but it starts with going 1-0. And that starts today with how we could get 1% better each and every day that we're out here.
What does this do for the campus?
Okay.
What does this do for the campus, to have football, to have a student body that now, and I know the football stadium is not on campus, but what does this do for the student body and just everyone around?
You know, I think it adds another sport on Saturdays for everybody to be excited about. Hopefully, we could follow along in the success that all of the other sports have. You know, our lacrosse team, you know, win a national championship. I mean, you know, that's, you know, I don't know if there's anything more exciting than that. And you know, Coach Clark does a great job with that program year in and year out. You know, I think it's 14 years they finished in the top 4 in the country. And we're looking to follow in the footsteps. You know, women's basketball in the Elite 8. You know, the men's basketball team in the national tournament, the soccer team in the national tournament. There's so many teams that win here, and that's what's exciting overall. And I think it gives our other people on campus an opportunity to come out on Saturday and maybe, you know, watch a football game, then come to the beautiful new facility and, you know, catch a men or women's soccer game, and really makes it for a really just a great place. You know, we're the second largest Division II athletic program in the country, and you know, now to have football, I'm just really happy to be a part of it.
Have you allowed yourself to think about what it's going to be like to lead these guys out of the tunnel for the first time?
I guess if I'm not lying, sure. You know, I watched, and you know, the young men that are here are so driven that it's going to be an exciting time. I mean, you know, we're looking at one day at a time, but you know, that first, you know, there's only one time to get a first, and that first time running out is really going to be a special time, and I'm really just excited to get out there today, start practicing, and hopefully, you know, put the young men in a position to be successful, you know, in that first game, and for many others to come in the future.
What are some of the challenges you notice if you tried to start a program?
You know, the biggest challenges with starting the program were getting young men to believe in what we're doing, and you know, we didn't have a practice field, we didn't have I mean, this first recruiting class that was here, we're really recruited on pictures.
Yeah.
You know, this is what the administration is saying. This is the direction in which the administration believes we're going to go. And you know, there was a lot of trust that had to be built up there in the recruiting process that was, and now, you know, obviously administration is behind us 100%, which has allowed us to now have this second recruiting class that was able to come on campus and see the new field house that's being built, and see a lot of things that are happening here on the field. But you know, the coaches in South Carolina just really, the high school coaches have opened their arms to us and have made it, you know, a little bit, I'm not going to say easier, but have made it very welcoming for our staff to come into their high schools.
I know at your introductory press conference you talked about it's important to, you know, get to upstate. You know, it's an area you guys are going to focus on. I know you've also expanded throughout the state as well, but do you feel like you guys, you know, recruited the way you wanted to as far as getting this kind of players?
Yes, you know, I really do. You know, we've contacted every single school in the state every time, you know, for fall, for May. You know, we have our list of rising seniors, and there's so many great football players in the state of South Carolina that, you know, over 80% of our team is from in-state. And yeah, we feel that the young men that we have here give us an opportunity to win on Saturdays, and hopefully, you know, give us an opportunity to reach our eventual goal, which is, you know, to win the last game of the season.